What it do, y'all? It is Dog Soul. I'm back again. This video is another college football preview video. If you guys didn't see my last one, make sure you go find it. It should be like recommended probably over there. I'm not sure, but just please go find it. I think it was really good. Got some good feedback in the comments. You know, add your comments if you want to. But again, if you want to comment, make sure that you subscribe. But you have to like the video. You have to like this video, then subscribe, and then you can go back and comment. All right. That's the process we follow here. All right, so this week is going to be week 2 of this series. We did Cincinnati last week. This week we're doing the next alphabetical team. I didn't want to do it by any kind of order to show favoritism, so we're going to do East Carolina. And we're going to jump right in. ECU opens up the year against Appalachian State in Charlotte, North Carolina on Thursday. But yeah, I mean, it's going to be a big marquee game. I had recorded an Appalachian State video, but I had some stuff that I didn't like in there, so I might re-record it. I might not do other schools. I'm not sure. But yeah, so I think that ECU is actually going to win this game. It might be a close game, but I think this is going to be the statement game that Coach Mike Houston is looking for this team and for this program. He hasn't really had his marquee win yet, I don't think, in my opinion, so I think this will kind of be that one. And I think ECU starts with the season 1-0. Then ECU goes back home to Greenville, North Carolina, and they host the University of South Carolina. I believe this game was supposed to happen last year, 2 years ago, but it got canceled. And that's okay. I mean, South Carolina doesn't really feel like they should be playing us. They have a new coach, and I think that this year they're going to have to rebuild just like they've been rebuilding the past few years. But yeah, so I think that this is going to be a pretty good game from ECU to show a little bit more of their skill, a little bit more of their power. And I think that ECU actually wins in week 2 at home against South Carolina. And I think it's gonna be pretty hot out there, but I think ECU pulls it off, and I think ECU starts off the season 2-0. Then week 3, ECU goes up to Marshall in Huntington, West Virginia. I've been there before, Huntington, West Virginia. Last year, East Carolina was supposed to play Marshall at East Carolina, but that game didn't happen. But it was very significant because last year was the 50th anniversary of the Marshall plane crash. That was the basis for the movie We Are Marshall. So it was supposed to be, you know, a real nice season opener for both teams last year. And they were trying to get it rescheduled all year long, but it just never came around to getting done. So I think this game is going to be one that's really, really emotional and everything. So I think that this is going to be another good game. I believe ECU is going to still win this game, and that's just my humble opinion. The amount of turnover that happened at Marshall over this past offseason has just kind of been a little weird, crazy, and I think this year's going to have to just be one of those years where Marshall just figures it out. So ECU starts off the season 3-0. And then we have week 4 when ECU plays host to Charleston Southern in Greenville at Dowdy Ficklen Stadium. And this game is not going to be a difficult game, I don't believe. Charleston Southern is an FCS school. The last team that ECU really had struggles with in the FCS level was North Carolina A&T, I believe. ECU is definitely not there anymore. So I believe Charleston Southern will be a pretty easy win. And ECU starts off the season confidently at 4-0. We then head into the next week where ECU plays host to Tulane. This will be ECU's homecoming. It's pretty early for homecoming. It's literally the first week of October. That's what the schedule hands them. I think this is going to be a good game. ECU normally does decently against Tulane, but it's always a struggle of a game. And I believe that this year ECU has the upper hand and beats Tulane, and ECU starts the year 5-0 and 1-0 in conference. The next week, the Pirates go down to Central Florida in Orlando, and I think this game is going to be a really tough game for the Pirates. I don't think the Pirates' defense is going to be prepared just because it is ECU's defense. I mean, that's just how the game has been played these past few years. So I think that ECU won't be as ready for Central Florida, and I think that's going to be a crutch for the team, and that's what causes ECU to lose its first game. That puts ECU at 5-1 overall and 1-1 in conference. Then the next week, the Pirates have off. I think this is a really good placement for the week off for their bye week. They get a week to just kind of prepare for the later half of the season. And this last half of the season, personally, I think is going to be a little bit of a challenge. It is all conference, so I think that kind of helps the Pirates a little bit too to get a nice little break between the first couple games in conference and the rest of their conference slate. With that said, the Pirates open up the rest of their season, the second half of their season, at Houston. And if Dana Holgorsen has put together his squad and has done what he wanted to do with Houston by then, I think that this is going to be a very difficult game for ECU, and I think the Pirates will lose. If not, and if Houston looks like they did last year, I think that the Pirates win. So I'm just going to go ahead and call this a Pirates win just because I do not think that Dana Holgorsen's team is going to be ready. I don't know what they were doing this past year, and yeah, it was weird. So we're just going to say that they didn't try as well, and they aren't going to be prepared this year coming back from that little trial run. Then the next week, the Pirates are back home, and they play host to the University of South Florida Bulls. South Florida has been a little hard for the Pirates, but I think this year the Pirates really put a nail in that coffin. I don't think USF is going to be nearly the team that they used to be. I said in the last video, I think they're past their peak, and it's going to be a while for they get back there. With that said, the Pirates take an easy win at home, and they go to 7-1 overall and 3-1 in conference. Then the Pirates play at home again against Temple. I think Temple's going to come down, and it's always a tough game against Temple, just like most of these teams are for ECU, honestly. But I think that this year, the Pirates beat Temple at home, and that's all I'm going to say about that. Pirates would then be 8-1 overall and 4-1 in conference. The following week, the ECU goes to Memphis, and I think that this Memphis team is going to still be as good as they have been, even though they're losing some key pieces, and because they've lost key pieces before, and it never really hurts them. So I think that Memphis ends up winning this game. Very handedly, kind of. I think Memphis is going to have the power to be able to put up a lot of points against teams. I have ECU losing to Memphis this year again, and this puts the Pirates at 8-2 overall and 4-2 in conference. Then comes week 12, and I'm pretty sure ECU thought that Charleston Southern would still be running a triple option by now when they signed this contract and would be preparing them for the Navy game in week 12. Unfortunately, that is not the case. Charleston Southern is now the RPO team. Looks like it's a spread option team from what I watched this spring. Mainly just their game against Gardner-Webb. It was a little bit of option in there, but mainly just, spread offense. With that said, ECU has historically, tried to prepare against Navy all year, like every team in the conference basically tries to do, just because it's the only triple option team that you face all year. And it's hard to install a defense for triple option in 1 week. So I think ECU actually ends up winning this game if the Pirates prepare all year long. If they just try to use 1 week preparation to prepare for the triple option, it's not going to work, and Navy's going to have our hand again. But everyone thinks that Navy's going to finish pretty much second to last in our conference this year. Most people predict ECU to finish third to last in the conference. I think this is the year ECU makes their rebound, honestly. So it's going to be a young team, but I think that they can do it. So with that said, I have ECU losing to Navy just because it's at Navy and because it's triple option. And that puts the Pirates at 8-3 overall and 5-3 in conference. Then to close out the year, the Pirates play Cincinnati at home in Senior Day, and I think this Senior Day is going to be a hard one. I think the Pirates are going to lose to Cincinnati just because we always lose to Cincinnati. It is what it is. I mean, we are who we are, right? So with that said, really quick wrap up to this is that the Pirates finished the season 8-4 overall with a 4-4 conference record. This has been my assessment of the ECU 2021 football schedule. This has been a week since the last video, so I'm not sure what the schedule is going to be like, but keep your eyes peeled. Honestly, if you just subscribe and hit that bell, you'll get notified the next time that another one comes up. And just for your records, the next team is the next one alphabetically. So you can figure that one out yourself, can't you? So again, thanks for watching. Honestly, just subscribe and ring the bell, and that's how you know that the next one's up. But the next one is Houston. So if you have any Cougar fans out here, make sure that they tune into this next video. I think that they may want to comment something in the comments. I'm not sure. But share this with your friends, share this with your family, and share college football. Okay, this is going to be a great season. This has been Knowledgeable Soul, and